Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Happy Easter, happy Passover, happy holiday weekend. Weird kind of quarantine holiday weekend, but here we are. Decided to do some beer reviews. It's been, I don't know, a week or so since I've done any. And I've got some beers that were gifted to me that I'm super excited about. So I figured we would start with a Monkish beer because I love Monkish. And I love Craig. Craig's the one who sent me this beer. So this is ReRun the Pigeon. This is the double dry hopped version of Run the Pigeon, which was, I think, the second can release Monkish ever did way back when. I think that's right. I think they did First Things First as their first ever can release, and then they did Run the Pigeon. So this is ReRun the Pigeon. So this is the double dry hop version of that. I never had that beer. I think this has Nelson in it though, but I'm not 100% sure. Single IPA that's double dry hop, 7% alcohol by volume. Canned on, what does that say? March 17th. So St. Patrick's Day beer. What's today? Today's Easter. It's the 12th. So we are just under a month old with double dry hop Monkish beers. That is probably about fire right now. So let's get into this one. We're going to use our gold Monkish pint glass because beer tastes better in proper glassware. Like I said, hope you guys are having a good holiday weekend. I know it's kind of weird, all the stuff that's going on right now. It's the first Easter in my life that I can remember that we are not hanging out with family and friends. So we'll get to do some Easter stuff later on, I guess. But let's check out this beer. It is, I just washed this glass out, so there's bubbles, but it is absolutely beautiful. It is glowing lemonade. It is hazy. Finger of like a rocky, super bright white head. It is dissipating quickly. I guess you would expect that for a heavily hopped Monkish beer. It looks absolutely fantastic in that glassware. So yeah, double dry hop Monkish beers, usually about a month. They're almost always titty, so hopefully that's the case with this. I got this from Craig, I think like a week or so ago. So it's not like I got it super fresh and then sat on it. He sent me some beers and this was one that he was kind enough to throw in there. So I figured it was time to drink it. Let's shove our nose in it. Holy crap, that smells, wow, it smells really fucking good. It smells boner-tastic. It smells like dank white grapes. I think there's Nelson in here, but there's this killer intense, like, vegetal, I don't know what that is. I mean, dank is a good descriptor. It smells sticky icky. But there's also this amazing, like, pineapple-y, fuck. The nose of this is amazing. Yeah, so it's like this killer dank white grape pineapple juice. It definitely smells juicy. It doesn't have that sweet kind of hard candy. But for a 7% beer, this is explosive right now, even at almost a month old. There might be, I mean, there's oranges too, like sweet tangerines. Like this, it's crazy. It's like a mishmash of grapey, orangey, pineapple-y fucking amazingness. With, like I said, it's like that when you smell, usually when beers smell like this, sometimes I talk about when you drink it, you get like that kind of hop burn. This reminds me of like, I mean, obviously I've had a lot of double dry hop Monkish beers, but this reminds me of like the old school, way over the top, like Trillium dry hop, double dry hop beers. Like, when you smell it, it's almost like spicy in your nose. It smells fucking awesome. Let's taste it. Craig, cheers. Here's a beer review for everybody. Also have the quarantine mustache back. Fuck. This beer is so, it's a good thing you can't see underneath this little table right here. Wow, that is delicious. Yeah, there's definite Nelson. There has to be. Super, super, super dry on the finish, but the taste falls in nose. We talked about white grape. It's there. There's dank, intense bitterness on the middle of your tongue. It actually doesn't linger too long though. It's there, but it finishes really, really like it's so drying on the finish that kind of bitterness goes away. But it's like sweet tangerine juice with pineapple mixed in, and this intensely like dank white grape. Has to be Nelson. Has to be. I would bet money on it. Although the last time we talked about guaranteeing things with Nathan and Jared. What was that? The London Ale, what is that? London Ale 3 used to guarantee that wasn't it. That was fucking awesome. But this has to have Nelson in it. This is ridiculous. This is a 7% beer. This drinks like a double IPA. It's so dry, I want to chug it. And I love that. Actually, as it's warmed, that original pop of bitterness, it didn't linger as much, lingered more on the second sip of that. I've talked a lot about during Monkish reviews. The orange, like the citrus that you get is so intense and so, I don't know what the word is. I say bitter, but this beer reminds me of if you drank orange juice after you brush your teeth. I've talked about that a lot in beer reviews. I don't know if other people ever say that. A lot of people don't like that note. I like that. It's something that I enjoy. So this is one of the best 7% IPAs I've had. You guys know I'm a really big single IPA guy. It's my wheelhouse. I love beers that are 7% and below. I call it a low ABV beer. Craig doesn't agree with that, but I don't give a shit what he says. This is an awesome, I mean, there's so many people who are into like these 8.5, 9.5, 10% intensely crazy over the top, double and triple IPAs. Give me a single IPA like this and I'm fucking stoked on it. This is crazy. The mouthfeel is creamy. It is full. It's coating. Like, this is awesome. It still has that like green hop bite to it too. So, I mean, if you have cans of this right now, open it because you'll love it. But you could even sit on this for another couple of 3 weeks. I mean, this at 2 months old is probably going to be amazing. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Absolute fire from Monkish as usual with them. I mean, that's what they do. They are the best hoppy brewery as far as like small release beers. I know they're not like on a big scale. I mean, I've talked about like Modern Times and whatnot because they actually distribute their beer everywhere. But as far as like hoppy beer goes for New England style, that's a mishmash of West Coast and East Coast. It's Monkish and then it's everyone else. So that's it. This beer's fire. It's world class. I would drink 1,000 of these. Seriously, 1,000. This was a low release too. I think there was only like 65 cases of that. I'm sad I only got one can of this, but you know what? We're not going to complain about it because, Craig, I love you for sending that. So that's ReRun the Pigeon for Monkish. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Like I said, hope you guys are having a good Easter, good Passover weekend. As everyone's staying home drinking good beer, leave a comment. We'll talk about it. So that's it. I'm out of here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the view so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.